Alright, what's up YouTube? So today I'm just going to give you guys a brief walkthrough of the EJ20 swap in my Legacy. I know I get a lot of questions about what I did about wiring and immobilizer and stuff like that. So just give you a brief walkthrough and just kind of give you guys an idea. You know, you talk about it all day, but you don't really understand it until you see it. So check it out. Alright, so I got the Legacy here in the shop. I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up, try to give you guys a better idea of what I did, what I had to go through, a few hiccups that I ran into and how I fixed it, whatever. So she looks good in here though, don't she? Wow. It's not a lot though, you know. The wiring, it sounds crazy when you think about you have to add wires and stuff like that, but I'm gonna give you a walkthrough and show you so you guys can see it. It's not as bad as it sounds. Let me get some light. All this junk in this garage. Alright, so here we go. First things first. Hope you guys can see this. So new wires added. This, I got my exhaust cam position sensor right here. That, I ran the wires up, I'll show you where. And then I got the solenoid here. I also ran those up, I'll show you where. These two, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 on each side. So you got 8 wires total that you're gonna really have to deal with. You got the driver, the passenger side over there. Wire connector. Okay, so when I swapped mine out, I took off my stock manifold with the wire harness. All that came off. When I ordered my EJ20, I swapped it on to that. So my stock Legacy 2.5 manifold went on my EJ20 engine that I got. So I just swapped that over. So now I have all the wires from my stock Legacy, and since I got the manifold from the EJ20 and that harness, I'm just gonna take these wires off. Take these 2 connectors and take these wires off, and I'm gonna run them up. I'm gonna show you. I run them up by the firewall. Here's my other side right there. This is some real straightforward stuff. Like it's not rocket science. You know, you hear people say, "Oh, well, I gotta do this because it's the dual Avcs." Yeah, but it's not as bad as they make it seem. It's really, or people, I've heard of people not running it, not hooking it up and just running the car. Yeah, it's kind of a bad idea. So here we go. Hold on. All right, so I got the car back down, and so because I wanted a clean install, I went ahead and ran the wires into the stock harness. There's a few empty spots on, I'm sure there's some on everyone's car. I ran them into the stock harness, so then I can just run these. These are the wires here that they're connected to, which go straight to the ECU. All right. These wires right here, this is from the passenger side, exhaust cam position sensor. Driver side, exhaust cam position sensor, if you can see that. And then you got the solenoids. I actually have the solenoids running here. So I got them going in here, coming out here. And I just add wires. I label them. Take your time. You know, it's not a rush. Try to label as best I can. Get your printouts. Get your EJ20 printout, your JDM printout, and get your USDM printout, which I actually have all mine right here. And take notes. You know, keep this stuff with the car, because if you ever run into anything, you got any issues, you can refer back to your notes. This just actually saved me. Right here. See, boom. Exhaust, AVCS solenoid left and right. That's actually ECU stuff. This is where they're going to go into on the ECU. And what I did is I went on eBay and I found somebody who had an STI harness right here. Boom. So that I was able to butt connect the wires coming off of these harnesses, this one and this one. And then once I butt connect them to here, the wire ends, of course, I was able to just plug them right into the connector. So it doesn't look all janky and it looks like half-assed. You know, it looks pretty legit, considering. Let's see if you guys can see this. Here's the ECU. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I got my stock wire. I got my wires that I've ran. They're just red and blue, but they're labeled, so I know what's what. And they're going straight into the connectors on the ECU. Like I said, just take your time, label everything, and don't rush it. You know, it's pretty easy. Some straightforward stuff. Take your time. Don't be afraid of it though. You know, just, I know people hear wiring, and me too. I was the same way. Wiring. There's not a lot of information on the internet about it, so it's kind of like I was just going for it. But once I got the ball rolling and I found all my diagrams, it just kind of started making sense. You know, I gotta run 4 wires on each side. That's it. Then somehow find a way to get them to the ECU in the right place. So I'll start it up real quick so you guys check it out. This is actually the second time I'm doing this, believe it or not. It's crazy. I don't believe in check engine lights, so I do not have those. I'm not even sure what that is. And I feel like if you're gonna do it right. Take your time, get it done. I know it's a little bit harder for someone who has this car or have a car and it's their only car. You can't really just park your car in your garage. But I was fortunate enough to have, you know, a backup vehicle to where, you know, I could take my time, but you know, it's one of those things. The mobilizer issue, I tried everything in the book to not have to desolder and then resolder the chip into my new ECU, but it was no way around it. I had no choice, so I took my stock ECU chip, immobilizer chip, desoldered it, and then soldered it into my JDM ECU, which that is what that is. If you guys, I don't know if I mentioned that or not. That's the JDM ECU. I actually bought it from Japan, and yeah, it wasn't cheap, but it works. And I don't have any issues with it, so you know, it is what it is. But I'm sure there has to be, I don't want to say I'm sure there has to be a USDM ECU that you could use. The best bet, I would say, when you buy your engine, get the ECU with the engine. I didn't do that, didn't think about it until after the fact, and by then it was too late, so I was stuck looking for an ECU. I hope this helps someone. If it helps one person, whatever. It's it's more than I had to go off of. So yeah, if you got any questions, feel free to hit me back. I try to answer everybody's questions, but you know. So hey, thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it.